Did you know that 1 in 16 people in the US have experienced symptoms of narcissistic personality disorder at some point in their lives? That's right. Narcissistic Personality Disorder, or NPD, is a mental condition where people have an inflated sense of their own importance and a deep need for excessive attention and admiration. They may also have trouble handling anything they perceive as criticism. But how can we differentiate between healthy self-confidence and narcissism? Let's delve into it. Narcissism is often misunderstood. It's not just about being self-absorbed or overly confident. It's a complex construct that's more than just an inflated ego. At the heart of narcissism is a lack of empathy, which separates it from healthy self-confidence. Imagine a friend who consistently talks about themselves, their achievements, their dreams, and their worries, with little to no regard for your thoughts or feelings. This is a common trait in narcissistic individuals. They struggle to put themselves in another's shoes, to understand and share the feelings of others. Another key characteristic of narcissism is a deep-seated need for admiration. Narcissists crave recognition and praise, often to the point of obsession. They long to be seen as superior, the best at what they do, the most attractive, the most intelligent. They often surround themselves with people who feed this need, people who admire them, even if it's for fabricated or exaggerated achievements. The third defining trait is an inflated sense of importance. Narcissists believe they are unique, special, and superior to others. They often overestimate their abilities and achievements, and underestimate those of others. They may believe they are destined for greatness, and that only special or high-status people can understand them. Let's take a real-life case study as an example. Consider a high-profile celebrity known for their lavish lifestyle, constant need for attention, and disregard for others' feelings. Despite their outward success, their relationships are often shallow and short-lived. Their actions are frequently self-serving, and they show little empathy for others. This public figure's behavior provides a textbook example of narcissism. So, narcissism is more than just an inflated ego. It's a complex psychological construct characterized by a lack of empathy, a need for admiration, and an inflated sense of importance. These traits separate it from healthy self-confidence, which is grounded in a realistic understanding of one's abilities and a genuine respect for others. Now let's compare this to self-confidence. Confidence, unlike narcissism, is a healthy trait that everyone should strive to cultivate. It's the sure-footed dance partner to success, and it's often the secret sauce behind those we admire. Let's delve into what makes someone confident. Confident individuals possess a self-assuredness that's rooted in a realistic understanding of their strengths. They are not afraid to acknowledge what they're good at, and they're not shy about their achievements. But here's the crucial part. They do this without belittling others or needing constant validation. Confidence also involves a positive self-regard. This means that confident people value themselves. They understand their worth, and this understanding isn't contingent on external factors like job titles or material possessions. For a confident person, self-worth comes from within, and it's this inner belief that propels them forward, enabling them to take risks, face challenges, and bounce back from setbacks. Now let's think about someone we all know who embodies these traits. Take for example Malala Yousafzai, the youngest Nobel Prize laureate. She's known for her self-assuredness, her belief in her cause, and her resilience in the face of adversity. Despite the many challenges she faced, Malala never backed down. Her confidence was not about thinking she was better than others, but about knowing her worth and standing firm in her beliefs. Lastly, a key characteristic of confidence is the ability to accept criticism. Confident people understand that they're not perfect and that there's always room for growth. They can take feedback on board, learn from it, and improve. They don't see criticism as a personal attack, but as an opportunity to better themselves. So confidence is about self-assuredness, positive self-regard, and the ability to accept criticism. It's about believing in yourself, valuing yourself, and being open to growth. Confidence builds us up, but it's a fine line between that and narcissism. Let's explore how to distinguish between the two. It can be tricky to differentiate between narcissism and confidence, but there are telltale signs. Let's delve into some of these signs. First, let's consider the way individuals respond to criticism. A confident person can handle criticism with grace. They understand that no one is perfect and that constructive feedback is a stepping stone to improvement. They don't crumble at the first sign of disapproval. Instead, they listen, learn, and adapt. On the other hand, a narcissist tends to react negatively to criticism. Their self-worth is so intertwined with the image they project that any critique feels like a direct threat. This can manifest in defensiveness, denial, and even outright hostility. Now let's consider the regard for others. A confident person respects others and values their contributions. They understand that everyone has unique strengths and that success is often a team effort. They are comfortable sharing the spotlight and giving credit where it's due. Contrarily, a narcissist often views others as tools or obstacles in their own pursuit of glory. They struggle with empathy and are more likely to step on others to get ahead. They crave admiration and often disregard the feelings of those around them. Lastly, let's examine self-perception. Confident individuals have a realistic understanding of their abilities. They recognize their strengths, but they also acknowledge their weaknesses. They strive for self-improvement, but they do not rely on external validation to feel worthy. Narcissists, however, have an inflated sense of self-importance. They overestimate their abilities and often struggle to accept their flaws. Their sense of self-worth is largely dependent on how others perceive them. They need constant praise and admiration to maintain their self-esteem. If we picture confidence and narcissism on a spectrum, we can see that they are not opposites but rather different points on the same line. Both involve a positive self-view, but the key difference lies in the balance. Confidence is self-assured but grounded in reality and empathy. Narcissism, meanwhile, is self-obsessed and lacks consideration for others. Understanding these differences can help steer us away from narcissistic tendencies and toward healthy self-esteem. So how can we foster healthy self-esteem without crossing into narcissism? Well, let's start with positive self-talk. It's entirely normal to have an internal dialogue with yourself. Yet, the tone and content of this dialogue can significantly impact your self-worth. If your inner voice is constantly critical and belittling, your self-esteem will inevitably suffer. So, let's flip the script. Begin by recognizing your achievements, however small they might be. If you've managed to get up and make breakfast on a day when you're feeling low, that's a win. If you've completed a challenging task at work, give yourself a pat on the back. Positive self-talk isn't about grandiosity, it's about acknowledging your worth in a healthy, balanced way. Now, on to setting realistic goals. This is an excellent way to foster self-esteem. Achieving goals, even small ones, can give us a sense of accomplishment and boost our confidence. But remember, the key here is realistic. Let's consider Jane, a budding artist. She dreams of having her work displayed in the Louvre, however she sets smaller, more achievable goals for now, like selling a painting at a local art fair. This way, she avoids disappointment and maintains her self-esteem while still working towards her ultimate dream. Lastly, let's talk about practicing self-compassion. This is about treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend. Think of John, who recently made a mistake at work. Rather than berating himself, John accepts that everyone makes mistakes, learns from it, and moves on. By practicing self-compassion, he prevents this incident from damaging his self-esteem. These strategies, when applied consistently, can help foster healthy self-esteem. It's important to note that healthy self-esteem doesn't mean you think you're perfect or better than others. It means you acknowledge your worth, embrace your imperfections, and respect others' value. Remember, genuine self-esteem is about valuing yourself, but not at the expense of others. Narcissism and confidence may seem similar on the surface, but they're fundamentally different. As we've walked through in our exploration today, the fine line between these two can sometimes blur, but it's crucial to understand their distinctions. Narcissism, as we've learned, is characterized by an excessive or erotic interest in oneself and one's physical appearance. It's a self-absorbed, self-centered perspective that often leads to harmful interactions and relationships. On the other hand, confidence is a healthy belief in oneself and one's abilities. It's a positive trait that encourages growth, resilience, and success. We've also delved into the importance of fostering healthy self-esteem. This isn't about inflating our egos or becoming self-obsessed. Rather, it's about acknowledging our worth, recognizing our abilities, and leveraging these to grow and contribute positively to the world around us. But remember, the journey to genuine self-esteem is not always easy. It requires introspection, self-awareness, and a commitment to personal growth. It involves acknowledging our strengths, but also understanding and accepting our weaknesses. Avoiding narcissistic tendencies is equally important. This means steering clear of self-absorption, lack of empathy, and the relentless pursuit of admiration. Instead, we should strive for a balanced self-view that respects our worth and the worth of others. As we journey through life, let's strive to cultivate genuine confidence, value ourselves, and respect others. Because true self-esteem is about balance, not excess.